Hello from downtown Port Angeles, home of the atomic bagel, and so much more. This, for example, is the Great Northern Coffee Bar. It looks so cool. Breakfast burritos. But strangely enough, I'm not going in there for my coffee. Nor am I going into the Clallam County Democratic Party or seeing their play. Although I applaud the idea of a political play. See, even though this ain't nearly as pretty as the Great Northern, it does say organic. So that's what we're gonna do.
Just had someone walk out and say it was great coffee.
Pour over Ethiopia and Peruvian. It just doesn't get any better than that. And the other reason we ended up in this part of town we saw a billboard for the natural market yesterday, having no idea just how very cool it would be. I'm gonna see if I can find some of those roasted, salted pumpkin seeds I was telling you about. I gotta say, man, this place is amazing. If you're in Port Angeles, corner of First and Oak, and right over there is the Easy Street Coffee that is also world class. Very friendly people.
Fishing along the edge of fresh and salt water, this majestic wait.
Squirrel!
Actually fish, but yes.
It's fish.
That's a salmon. Alright, let's go, monkey. Oh boy.
If all the beasts were gone, man would die from a great loneliness of spirit, for whatever happens to the beasts soon happens to man. All things are connected. The visitor center is only a mile from downtown. We haven't seen a fee booth in a day and a half. I kind of wonder if maybe this isn't like the Gila Wilderness, the Gila Cliff Dwellings, and you don't really have to pay. Of good things to come. Alright, we're up at the top of Hurricane Ridge Olympic National Park. And as extraordinary as it seems, this is not even the best view. Because on the road on the way up, we could see 100 miles maybe, clear across the sound and to Mount Rainier. To the Cascade Range, in fact. Not just the one lone mountain. We'll see if we can get you a little catch of that too.
I'm too mobile. Mine's big enough the Canadian one.
Maybe.
Tell us.
Dead trees. Yeah, it's more on the way down. It's between
Yes,
Seattle and Portland.
it's very near the Oregon border. We're talking about Mount St. Helens. From here, we are more or less looking due east from the top of Olympic. Well, we're not quite at the top of Olympic anymore. We're halfway down, back toward Port Angeles. So that makes that body of water not so much Puget Sound as the chunk between the US and Canada. So the farthest hills from here are another country. And as I was saying to the lovely lady a moment ago, my sense of elevation is completely effed up. You know, we're looking at this, and my reptile brain is saying 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 feet. But as you can see, we're probably no more than 4 here. That would be sea level down there at the end of this valley. Hell, we might be at 2.5 or 3 for all I know. I don't know how that can't be Rainier. Sign says it's Baker at only 11,000 feet though. And that the town of Squim is right in front of us. But at least we know that that is Puget Sound, per the ranger folk. And that is Canada. We're looking straight at Victoria, in fact, again, according to the sign. Alright, maybe I've been set straight, and maybe, likely, that one's Rainier. This damn little GoPro, you're probably not even going to be able to see it very well. But between the 2 trees, right in front of me, there's a snow-covered mountain. That's farther away than I thought. And beautiful. Mostly I don't care about facts and being strictly accurate. This morning at the visitor center, I went up and I asked a couple of rangers what the pretty yellow plant was.
There's another peak with that one.
Is that Mount Baker?
I don't know, but there's 2 peaks.
This morning at the place, I went in and I asked the rangers what exactly the yellow plant with the yellow flowers growing everywhere, from all the way from Aberdeen and around, what that plant was. And they initially identified from my description that it was ocean spray, which sounded perfect because a lot of what we drove yesterday was growing along the ocean. But then we went into the rest of the visitor center, and there was actually a whole little flashcard kind of thing that showed a whole bunch of different plants, and they were categorized by trees and bushes and all the rest of that. And so we dug through the one that was actually trees, and we came across not ocean spray, but yellow flowers that were proving to be a noxious invasive weed called Scotch broom. And then we went back and told that to the rangers, and there was another ranger with them, the senior guy, I guess, and he said, oh yeah, he said that Scotch broom was brought in as an invasive on purpose, and the reason that they did is the roots of it are so tenacious that they would be put up in the railroad embankments to keep them from washing away. Yeah, erosion prevention. So that's why there's Scotch broom and so much of it in coastal Washington. And I said, oh my God, I'll put that in my little travelogue. And then he started to back down. He said, now, I don't know if that's a true story. And I said, well, it's getting spread anyway. And so, bottom line is, I don't know if that's actually Mount Rainier, but it makes a good story, and that's what we're going to say. Either way, and personally, I find that bird story more compelling than my own.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Now that's a mountain. Even though we're back down in the city. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone anymore. It's my new favorite song, Bird.